Welcome to GibbsCAM 5-axis porting. If you are in the cylinder head or carburetor venturi porting business, GibbsCAM has you covered with best-in-class toolpath options for your 5-axis CNC machines. You will need a 5-axis milling machine with plenty of Z-axis travel and room to swing the cylinder head around. Port tools are also readily available from many tooling suppliers. Once you have a solid model of a cylinder head that has been tested on a wet flow bench, you are ready to start machining. While we're running the first part of this demo, we have stock cutaway turned on so that you can see the tool working inside of the port. Let's turn that off for just a moment and have a look at the inside of the port and what our goals are and how we meet them on this part. First, we'll turn on section view. When you're in section view, this view is movable. You can simply drag and drop it anywhere in the part that you would like, and we want to see right down the middle of that port. This is the cylinder side. This is the manifold side. When we click on the first operation, which is the roughing op, you can see the orange roughing toolpaths here. When we specify these toolpaths, the tool cannot reach all the way through the part. Let's have a look at the tool very quickly. It's a simple lollipop tool that we use for cutting cylinder heads. It is embedded here in GibbsCAM, but if you have a preferred vendor and they give you a solid model, you can import that into GibbsCAM and cut with it as well. Now back to the toolpath. Here we have a roughing toolpath, and we decided to go midpoint from top to bottom and midpoint from bottom to top. The same on the finishing toolpath, and you can see this toolpath from the top and this toolpath from the bottom. Let's go back to the simulation and watch a little bit more because there's a lot going on here that we want to see. We're going to let this toolpath run, and you'll see early on in the toolpath there's not a lot of swing on the rotary axis, but once we get deeper down inside of the port, the rotary axes start to swing quite a bit more in the B and C axis. And as you can see, we are roughing out the material from stock on this particular toolpath. When this toolpath flips over to go to the other side, since this machine only has one rotary solution, it will flip the part around the back and we'll push another magic button called Don't Block Stock, and then we'll go around the back side of the part and look at it there. There it is, Don't Block Stock. Now let's swing the part around and watch it rough from the back side in, and we may even speed up the display just a little bit. And you can see there's our roughing tool. When the roughing tool is done, it will flip back around and do the top side finishing of the cylinder side. And you can see the toolpath developing inside of the port. While the toolpath is being developed, gouge check is automatically being used by GibbsCAM so that the tool shank, the tool holder, and none of the components here in the head touch any parts of the cylinder head. Here we are running a finishing pass around the inside, and this is our second operation. Let's go see what the operations actually look like from the inside out. Let's go back to our part so we can have a part that we can look at and see what our goals are. Let's double click operation number 1 and let's turn off the cutaway view. Here, let's have a look at the menus. Port machining. We have choices of roughing, finishing along, finishing around, or rest roughing. We're going to rough this out from midpoint, top to bottom, bottom to top. In the tool axis control, we will set it to 5-axis. In the gouge check is checking against the tool, the shank, and the holder as well. In the link tab, most everything is automatic so that we get the correct retracts to go from front to back. Now, let's look at the finishing toolpath and see what we see there. On surface paths, we simply select port machining, and pattern is finishing around. On finishing around, we're going to do both sides from midpoint. We can select midpoint, max from top, max from bottom. And as you can see, the menus inside of porting are very simple to read, and you get a graphic display each time you click on a machining field or a data display. This cuts your training time down to about 2 days on the cylinder head product. If you have any questions about cylinder head machining, please contact Camco on the web at camco-ne.com.